Most men wake up every day and do the same things expecting different results. They brush their teeth the same way, they take the same route to work, they think the same thoughts, they make the same excuses, and they wonder why their bank account looks the same, why their marriage feels the same, why their body looks the same, why their future feels the same. The tragedy is not that they are failing. The tragedy is that they have never truly tried. They have never organized their mind into a weapon. They have never turned their thoughts into things. They have never decided to be successful with the same certainty they decide to breathe. Let me tell you something that will disturb you. Most men are drifting. They wake up without purpose. They work without passion. They spend without plan. They speak without thinking. They live without a definite chief aim. And when you live without aim, you hit nothing. When you think without direction, you go nowhere. Your mind becomes a servant to circumstance instead of the master of destiny. You become a passenger in your own life. You react instead of create. You survive instead of thrive. And the years pass. And the mirror shows a stranger, a man who once had dreams but now has regrets, a man who once felt fire but now feels tired. I have spent 20 years studying the most successful men this world has ever known. Andrew Carnegie, Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, John D. Rockefeller. These were not men born into ease. They were men born into struggle. But they discovered something most men never learn. They discovered that riches begin in the mind, that success is not an accident, that achievement is not luck, it is law. There are rules. And when you follow them, you cannot fail. When you ignore them, you cannot succeed. It is that simple. It is that exact. And today I'm going to give you 7 daily rules that every successful man I have studied lives by. Not once in a while, not when they feel like it, every single day. Rule number 1, successful men start their day with a definite purpose. They do not wake up and ask what the day will bring. They decide what they will bring to the day. Before their feet touch the floor, their mind has already touched their goal. They see it, they feel it, they speak it. This is not positive thinking. This is autosuggestion. This is programming the subconscious mind to work for you while you sleep, to pull opportunities toward you while you work, to organize circumstances in your favor while you move. Most men wake up and check their phone. Successful men wake up and check their purpose. They ask themselves one question: what is the one thing I must do today that will move me closer to my definite chief aim? And then they do it. No excuses, no delays, no distractions. Thomas Edison did not stumble into the light bulb. He aimed at it every single day. For years, people called him crazy. They said it could not be done. They laughed at his failures. But Edison knew something they did not. He knew that every failure was not a defeat. It was data. It was education. It was one step closer to success. When someone asked him how it felt to fail 10,000 times, he said he had not failed. He had discovered 10,000 ways that did not work. That is the mind of a man with definite purpose. That is the thinking of a man who refuses to drift. Rule number 2. Successful men guard their thoughts like a treasure. They understand that thoughts are things, that what you think about, you bring about, that your mind is a garden, and every thought is a seed. Plant fear, you harvest failure. Plant doubt, you harvest defeat. Plant desire, you harvest destiny. Most men let their minds run wild. They think whatever floats through their head. They worry, they complain, they criticize, they replay old wounds, they rehearse old arguments, and then they wonder why their life feels heavy, why their energy is low, why their future looks dim. Your thoughts create your feelings create your actions create your results. If you want different results, start with different thoughts. Henry Ford was told by engineers that his vision for an 8-cylinder engine could not be done. They worked for months and came back with failure. Ford did not accept it. He told them to keep going. They said it was impossible. He said, go back and try again. Why? Because in his mind, it was already done. He saw it. He believed it. He refused to let their doubt contaminate his thinking. And eventually, they built it. Not because the laws of physics changed, but because Ford's mind refused to change. He guarded his thoughts. He protected his vision. He did not let other men's limitations become his ceiling. Rule number 3. Successful men make decisions quickly and change them slowly. Indecision is a thief. It steals your time. It drains your energy. It paralyzes your progress. Most men gather information forever. They wait for the perfect moment. They analyze until they are frozen. And while they are waiting, life passes them by. Opportunities expire. Windows close. Other men decide and move. I have studied millionaires and I have studied failures. And I can tell you this. Successful men make decisions fast. Not reckless, not careless, but decisive. They gather enough information to move, and then they move. They know that a good decision made today is better than a perfect decision made never. And once they decide, they commit. They do not second guess. They do not waver. They do not let fear whisper them back into hesitation. Andrew Carnegie made a decision as a young man that he would retire wealthy by the age of 35. He wrote it down. He committed to it. He organized his life around it. Did everything go perfectly? No. Did he face setbacks? Yes. But he never changed his decision. He adjusted his plan, but he did not abandon his purpose. That is the difference. Weak men change their goals and keep their habits. Strong men change their habits and keep their goals. Rule number 4. Successful men turn desire into obsession. Most men want things. They want money. They want respect. They want success. But they do not burn for it. They do not ache for it. They do not think about it every waking hour, and so it remains a wish, a hope, a someday dream. But the men I studied, they had burning desire. It consumed them. It woke them up early. It kept them up late. It drove them through failure. It pulled them through fear. When everyone else quit, their desire kept them moving. When logic said stop, their desire said go. Desire is the starting point of all achievement. Not hope, not interest, desire. The kind that makes you willing to sacrifice. The kind that makes you willing to learn. The kind that makes you willing to fail and try again. If your desire is weak, your results will be weak. If your desire is burning, your results will be inevitable. You cannot fake this. You cannot pretend. Your subconscious mind knows. It responds only to intensity, to emotion, to absolute commitment. So ask yourself, do I want success or do I burn for it? Because there is a difference, and that difference is everything. Before I continue, answer one question honestly. When was the last time you felt truly alive in your own life? Not distracted, not numb, not going through the motions, but burning with purpose, driven by desire, certain of your path. If you cannot remember, you are drifting. And if you are drifting, you are dying. If you are still listening, something inside you is waking up. Do not ignore it. Feed it, follow it, let it grow. Rule number 5. Successful men persist when others quit. This is the rule that separates legends from losers. Everyone starts, few finish. Everyone dreams, few do. Everyone talks. Few take action, and fewer still take action long enough to see results. Persistence is the sustaining force of achievement. It is the quality that turns failure into fuel. It is the bridge between desire and accomplishment. Without it, talent is wasted. Intelligence is useless. Opportunity is missed. I have seen men with average ability achieve extraordinary things because they refuse to quit. And I have seen men with genius-level talent die broke because they gave up too soon. There was a man who failed in business at 21, lost a legislative race at 22, failed in business again at 24, had a nervous breakdown at 27, lost a congressional race at 34, lost a senatorial race at 45, failed to become vice president at 47, lost another senatorial race at 49, but at 51, he became President of the United States. His name was Abraham Lincoln. He did not succeed because he was lucky. He succeeded because he persisted. Every failure taught him. Every defeat strengthened him. Every setback prepared him for the position he was meant to hold. Most men quit after the first failure. Some quit after the third. Very few make it past the 10th. But the men who succeed, they lose count. They stop measuring failures and start measuring lessons. They understand that every adversity carries the seed of equal or greater benefit. You just have to keep digging until you find it. Rule number 6. Successful men build a mastermind alliance. No man achieves great success alone. None. You need minds that challenge you, support you, elevate you, hold you accountable. Most men surround themselves with people who think small, who settle, who criticize, who complain, and then they wonder why their life feels small. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If those 5 are broke, you will stay broke. If those 5 are lazy, you will stay lazy. If those 5 are dreamers with no action, you will dream and never do. Andrew Carnegie built an empire not because he knew everything, but because he gathered men who knew what he did not. He created a mastermind group, men of different skills, different knowledge, different strengths. And together, they built something none of them could have built alone. That is the power of alliance. That is the multiplication of effort. When 2 minds come together in harmony, they create a third invisible force, a creative energy, a problem-solving power that neither possesses individually. Find your mastermind. Find men who are going where you want to go, who have what you want to have, who think the way you want to think, and link arms with them. Share your goals. Challenge each other. Celebrate wins. Analyze losses. Hold each other to a higher standard. This is not networking. This is brotherhood. This is strategic alliance, and it will accelerate your success faster than anything else you do. Rule number 7. Successful men take organized action every single day. Dreams without action are delusions. Plans without execution are fantasies. Knowledge without application is useless. The difference between a successful man and a failure is not intelligence. It is not education. It is not even opportunity. It is organized, persistent, daily action. Most men know what to do. They have read the books, heard the advice, seen the examples, but they do not do it. They wait, they hesitate, they plan forever and execute never, and their potential dies inside them. Every day, successful men take at least one action that moves them closer to their definite chief aim. Not someday, not when they feel ready, not when conditions are perfect. Today, now, this moment. They write the page, make the call, send the letter, build the prototype, ask the question, take the risk. They understand that imperfect action beats perfect intention every single time. You do not have to see the whole staircase. You just have to take the first step, and then the next, and then the next. And one day you look back and realize you have climbed a mountain. Thomas Edison took action every day. Henry Ford took action every day. Andrew Carnegie took action every day. They did not wait for inspiration. They created momentum, and momentum creates inspiration. Action creates clarity. Movement creates opportunity. You think it, you feel it, you act on it, you become it. Let me paint you a picture of what happens when a man follows these 7 rules. He wakes up with fire in his chest. He knows exactly what he wants. He guards his mind from poison. He makes decisions without hesitation. He burns with desire that cannot be extinguished. He persists through every storm. He surrounds himself with giants, and he takes action that compounds every single day. That man becomes unstoppable. Not because he is lucky, not because life is easy, but because he has mastered the laws of success. He has trained his mind. He has organized his life. He has become the architect of his destiny. And here is what most men do not understand. You do not need permission. You do not need a degree. You do not need money to start. You do not need connections. You need a decision, a burning desire, and daily disciplined action. Everything else will come. The money will come. The respect will come. The opportunities will come. But only after you become the kind of man who attracts them. You must change first. Your circumstances will follow. I have seen men rise from poverty to power, from failure to fortune, from nobody to legend, and every single one of them followed these rules. Not sometimes, not when it was convenient, every day, in good times and bad, when they felt strong and when they felt weak, when people believed in them and when people mocked them. They stayed the course. They trusted the process. They refused to drift, and life rewarded them, not because they were special, but because they were obedient to the laws of success. You are standing at a crossroads right now. You can keep doing what you have been doing and get what you have been getting. Or you can decide today that you are done drifting, that you are done making excuses, that you are done living below your potential. You can decide that you will have a definite chief aim, that you will guard your thoughts, that you will make decisions quickly, that you will burn with desire, that you will persist no matter what, that you will build your mastermind, that you will take action every single day. And if you make that decision, your life will never be the same. The mind is the most powerful force in the universe. It can build empires or destroy them. It can create wealth or waste it. It can forge legends or fade into mediocrity. And you control it. You choose what you think. You choose what you believe. You choose what you do. Nobody can take that power from you. Nobody can stop you but you. And nobody can save you but you. So stop waiting. Stop wishing. Stop hoping that someone will rescue you or that circumstances will change. You are the change. You are the answer. You are the key to everything you have ever wanted. But you must turn the key. You must open the door. You must walk through it. And you must keep walking until you arrive at the life you were meant to live. Your time is now. Your moment is here. Your destiny is calling. Will you answer? Will you rise? Will you become the man you were created to be? Or will you let fear, doubt, and indecision steal the rest of your years? The choice is yours. It has always been yours, and it will always be yours. Choose wisely. Choose boldly. Choose today. If this message spoke to your heart, share it with someone who needs hope today. And if you want more messages that grow your soul, subscribe, because your journey has just begun.